Today we're going to be putting the Pewag all square snow tire chains with cam tensioners on our 2022 Toyota Tundra. These chains are probably going to give you the best traction compared to any of the other options on your site besides the V-bar. The V-bar snow tire chains are going to be the most aggressive, but I think this is probably the better option, especially if you're the person who puts them on before you go out, because the V-bars are really going to tear up your concrete a little bit. So be mindful of that. Or if half the time when you put them on, it's not a whole lot of snow, you might want to go with these so you're not tearing up the road. But these are pretty big, 7mm links. So these are pretty big compared to all the other ones that you have on the site. And they do fit pretty well. They are gonna resist against rust and corrosion and that salt that's on the road because it is made of a manganese nickel alloy steel. Some of them are just carbon steel. So manganese nickel alloy is definitely gonna be the stronger of the two. But with these, I do like how we have the cam tensioners, because as these tires start to get a little bit worn down, the diameter of your wheel will shrink a little bit. So having these on there is just gonna give me the peace of mind that they're gonna stay nice and tight whenever we're going down the road. So one thing about these compared to the other ones, since these are 7mm, they're pretty big, and you can kind of see how they could potentially hit your rim. You don't see that with all of them, but these, it might be something to kind of consider, especially if you have higher, taller snow. If it's real deep and it starts to push in on the sidewalls, you might start to see a couple scratches and such. So there's some other all square snow tire chains that are about 5.6mm, and those had a pretty good gap. So if you really wanted to go that route and protect your rims, for sure, go that route. But we do have a lot of options on our website. They all pretty much install the same, and they all pretty much come in the same bag. This one's a little bit nicer than the canvas bags because they tend to kind of rip over time, and there's no zippers or anything. There's plenty of room in here for both of them. So they come in a pair of two. I'm just putting them on the back wheels, but if you did want to put them on the front wheels, just check your owner's manual, make sure it's okay, and then go for it. You just have to grab two of these. Last thing is we just need to show you how to install them, so stick around. Once you get your chains out of the bag, just lay them out, make sure they're not tangled up or anything. There's a couple things we need to look at. One, this link right here, this is the rough side, and the other side's a lot smoother. So we want the smoother side to go towards the tire, and also the cams, we want those to be on the outside so we can access them easily later on. Once that's done, just grab the center, drape them over the tire. We want to make sure that they're even, both front and back, but also right to left as well. Once that's done, we got to go around back and make our first connection. On one side, we're going to have a series of links, and on the other, we're going to have a hook. So definitely do this in your garage first, because there is going to be a link that's going to work best for your tire. So might as well do it then when it's not snowy out and you're not stuck. So now we can go around front and make our other connection. Same exact thing in the front. I think I might be able to go with the second chain. There is a decent amount of slack here, but that's not a big deal because we do have the cams here. There is a tool, that's what it looks like. It comes with the kit, and I usually start with the one up top, and as we rotate these around, it's going to slowly take some of that slack out. On here, we only got 3 of them, so hopefully that'll do the trick. And then one more. That one's already tightened down. So we see a little bit of slack here still. So what you could do, you can go back through, loosen them all up. And this is where you just pick a different link. And this is why I say you need to do it in your garage so you know exactly what it is. You don't have to come back out here and check all the time. So now I'm gonna go 1, maybe even 2 more links in, like that. And now, when I start to tighten these up, you can hear that tension. So just a couple links will change how these chains will feel on your vehicle. So that's pretty tight, and I only did 2 of them. We could probably do another one, but that honestly seems a little too tight. So now that that's done, there is one other thing. It doesn't come with the kit, It's a rubber tensioner, and this is what it looks like. So if you just go on the related part section of the web page that you're on, scroll down a little bit, it'll be there. So you will have to grab one of these for each chain, and all we want to do is just go in here and make sure that the hooks are facing away from the tires. I start at the center on the top, go to the center on the bottom, and then you'll have 2 for each side. Pretty easy to do. This is just going to make sure that the tension is even throughout the whole chain. And then once this is done, the easiest step is just going inside the cab, rolling over them a couple times, come back out, just make sure that they're still nice and tight, and if so, you're good. It's simple as that, and that's pretty much it for a look at the Pewag all square snow tire chains on our 2022 Toyota Tundra.